Hi there, thank you for joining me with this control panel and VPS creation webinar. I am Nick Shire and I am a technical support engineer for Hosted Desktop UK. Following my instructions and guidance, you will become familiar and confident with using VPS creation. If you want to see this webinar again, this will be uploaded to YouTube later on and to our knowledge base, which is located at help.hostedDesktopUK.co.uk. So please keep an eye on our Twitter page for updates. If you do have any questions, please ask and this will be gone through at the end if there's time. So the first question is why you want a VPS, or rather a virtual private server. Some examples include a file server where you can host your files, a web server to host a website or intranet site, a SQL database server, a mail server. Sometimes you want to host a game server, example Minecraft, or a chat server, or sometimes a lab server for some lab works for exams. Second question is how much resources it requires. For example, a database where there's only 2 people accessing will only need a small amount of resources, while 200 users will need far more resources. To begin, we need to go to https://cp.hdcloud.uk. If you do not have an account, the primary person at your organization will need to email support@hostedDesktopUK.co.uk. We will then go through the request. When you log in, you will be presented with a dashboard, and this will look like this. At the top, you will see some options, and we are interested in the VPS hosting. To create a VPS server subscription, go to VPS hosting. You will be presented with a few packages to get started with. CentOS is a Linux build and would be suitable for web hosting as an example if you're comfortable using Linux. Windows 2008 R2 will use the Windows Server 2008 R2 build for your environment, and this will look similar to Windows 7. Windows 2012 R2, this will use Windows Server 2012 R2 build for your environment, and this will look similar to Windows 8.1 environment and is the most recent server release. For each package, you can see what each package has as a base build, such as CPU, RAM, and disk space. Once selected, click on Shopping Cart. This is now in the shopping cart. If you want to add more resources to the server, you can now select add-ons. Choose the package type VPS hosting. Then the package, in my case, Windows Server 2012. I am going to add extra disk space ×1. So tick the box and leave 1 in the quantity. If you want to add more, you would simply tick the box and then change the quantity. Then click on Shopping Cart. Back in Shopping Cart, we can see the plan still and the add-ons. Next is Place Order. You will see Order Placed Successfully message come up. Now we've placed the order, this will go through the various steps on creating the VPS subscription. It will be pending until approved by a member of the support team, at which stage it will become a tick. When it has been approved, go to Subscriptions, then All Subscriptions, then click on the subscription name. Nearest will have the highest number. Go to VPS Server, and then Add VPS. Here you will be presented with numerous options such as naming and what resources you have available, and set a password. Next part is IP settings. The only option you will probably have is select IP, and when you select the IP, then use the arrow to move to the selected area. Finally, click Add. You will see a message saying the VPS is being provisioned. It will take a while, give it 10 to 30 minutes. Later, then you will see an hourglass next to the subscription. Instead of waiting 10 to 30 minutes, here's one I made earlier. Clicking on the subscription, VPS server, you'll see the virtual machine you have just built. Going to manage, you can see the details of the server. And then going to virtual machine management, you can see the preview. This is generally a login screen unless rebooting, etc. From here, you can remotely turn off the server, shut down the server. Hard reset is simply force rebooting. We'll put the force rebooting the server, and you can put the server into a pause state. You can use remote desktop. Please note this is natively supported in Internet Explorer only. In server, put in the public IP address of the server. In my case, it would be 109.73.121.4, and port number would be 3393. It would be advisable to email support to ask for the IP and port number you will need to connect through, and provide us with the internal IP address, and we'll be able to tell you the IP and port you will need. If you want to add more resources to your subscription later on, you'll need to email support@hostedDesktopUK.co.uk in the future, and you'll be able to add more. And in the future, you'll be able to add more resources through Control Panel, but at this present time, isn't supported. This concludes the webinar, and thank you for watching.